new comics. They just keep shipping. Stay in ship with the Shipshape update. Now, who writes this stuff?
Hop inside my mouth if you want to live.
Constant as the Northern Star. Comic shipping for Wednesday, December 15th, 2010. Happy B-Day, Andy!
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for Shipshape Update!
Did we just do that?
Yes, we did. And this is the update for this coming Wednesday, December the 15th, 2010. This is your teachable moment for everything that's coming to the store this Wednesday. Doors is always open at 8 a.m. And if you come in at 8 a.m., you will find 162 brand new items that have never been at the store before but will be here this coming Wednesday. You will also find 64 reorder items that are coming back to the store, which have been here before, but I've sold out, and they're coming back in again, which means altogether, Wednesday morning, I will have 226 items that are not here now, but will be here then. Don't you dare miss it. Stop on down. And, of course, 109 of those items will be comics. We'll get to that in a minute. Will be comics, and those comics will be 15% off all week long here at the store. One of the things I want to mention this week is there's not a lot going on this week, but beginning this coming Sunday, I've got a whole week's worth of stuff happening for Christmas week. Holiday Rafflemania is coming up starting this Sunday the 19th through December the 23rd. I'll be raffling off yet another piece of collectible kitsch here at the store just for you. Last Rafflemania winner, Michael, he picked up his stuff already. And he was very thrilled to get his little Donna Troy bust. You can tell by his picture on the website that he was thrilled to get it. Also, next week, we're going to have the 20th will be Founders Day, of course. Everything 20% off. The 22nd will be New Comic Day, but it'll also be Midnight Madness. That'll be a Wednesday. More on the Midnight Madness sale next week. The 24th is, of course, Christmas Eve. I will be here from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and the store will be closed, obviously, on Christmas Day, so we can all open up presents and commiserate with our families. Boy, won't that be fun. Anyway, and the Hero of the Month sale, though, the Hero of the Month sale is going on right now, not next week, but it's going on right now all month long, and it continues the Men Without Fear sale, and of course that means 25% off all my Daredevil Black Panther trade paperbacks and back issue comics, as well as them being featured as the book of the week. I've got Daredevil Black Panther comics from the last year or so, from $2.99, $3.99, $4.99 comics for sale for $1 each in the front of the store. Come on down and check those out, which leads us all into our book of the week, which is Black Panther, Man Without Fear, number 513. It's got a $2.99 cover price. It's got $1.79. If you pick it up this Wednesday only, though, here at the store, it'll be 40% off. It's written by David Liss. Who? David Liss. He's a national best-selling author and an Edgar Award winner, so he's no slouch when it comes to writing. And it's being penciled by Francisco Francavilla, who has worked on Zorro and Green Hornet over at Dynamite. T'Challa, in the wake of Shadowland, there's a new protector in Hell's Kitchen, and his name is T'Challa! And he is taking over Daredevil's spot as the protector of Hell's Kitchen, while Matt Murdock is off looking into his navel and trying to figure out what went wrong with his life.
Who's protecting Wakanda?
Probably Storm, since they're married.
Oh yeah,
probably Storm. Well, no, there's a female Black Panther.
Oh, all right.
There's a female Black Panther, so it's probably her.
She's taking care of it.
It's T'Challa's sister. T'Challa's sister. But anyway, that's the book of the week. It'll be 40% off all week long here at the store, not just Wednesday. It'll be 40% off all week long. 40% off on Wednesday. Also this week will be John Byrne's Next Men #1 from IDW, $3.99 cover, $2.39 here at the store. John Byrne writes it, he draws it, he colors it, he does everything with it, top to bottom. It is a new chapter in the lives of the survivors of Project Next Men. New friends, new foes, and a tale that literally twists time itself out of joint. Oh, they're back, the Next Men. If you love the X-Men from the 80s, you'll love the Next Men. And if you're sick to death of the X-Men from the 80s, you'll still love the Next Men.
Because you're getting 15% off.
40% off on Wednesday.
Even better.
Also this week, comic book-wise, 40% off. Northern Guard #1 from Moonstone. $3.99 cover, $2.39 here at the store. It's written by Ty Templeton. It's drawn by David Cutler. What is Northern Guard? I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but they make comics up in Canada. They have nothing to do with American comics. They have been for a long time. Now, the only Canadian hero I've ever known is Captain Canuck from Cumley Comics.
Guardian, the whole Alpha Flight.
Well, I mean outside of actual Canadian comic book superheroes. But the folks over at Moonstone found a whole bunch of Golden Age characters that once upon a time were big in Canada, and they've imported them to the United States in brand new stories and reprint stories that'll be in Northern Guard #1. Who are some of these characters? Johnny Canuck Freelance, Commander Steel, Ghost Woman, Purple Rider, the Red Rogue, and many, many more. I have no idea what these characters are like, but I'll be honest with you. I'm interested in seeing what these characters are because I've never heard of them before, and there's a whole mythology apparently north of what is it, the 48th parallel?
We in Korea?
I think it's the 48th parallel. I'm not sure.
Do we have to keep these comics in the refrigerator?
North of Minnesota.
Right.
North of Minnesota.
Well, yeah, everything is.
So that's coming in this week, so be sure to check that out. Also this week, magazine-wise, our magazine that's 40% off is this. Ruborg, number 107. It's got a $9.95 cover price. It'll be $5.97 here this coming week. It's an Xmas-themed issue, which means Christmas-themed. One of the articles in here is a Hammer horror movie art article, which actually is pretty nice. It's got a lot of pictures of Hammer horror one-sheets in here, and they talk about the artists or the art designers that put it together. And it's pretty interesting article just for that alone. Even if you're not interested in gore, if you're interested in one-sheets from the Hammer horror era, you might want to think about it.
I love my Christmas bloody comic book, man.
Trade paperbacks. We've got 3 trade paperbacks that are 40% off. Necrosha trade paperback from Marvel. $34.99 cover. $20.99 here at the store. This reprints, or collects, I should say, New X-Men 32, X-Force 11, 21 through 25, New Mutants 6 through 8, X-Men Legacy 231 to 234, and many, many more stories that were part of the Necrosha storyline. You'll find the stories written by Kyle and Yost and Wells and Carey and Kirkman, and you will find art by Sharp and Paquette and Hernandez and Pearson. This is a 448-page book. It's got a parental advisory on it, but it's going to be 40% off this Wednesday. Also, Superman Secret Origin hardcover, $29.99 cover price, $17.97 here at the store. This is Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's reboot, once again, of the Superman Origin. It collects all 6 issues of the miniseries. It's got new backstory information on the Legion and Lex Luthor and Lois and Metallo and Jimmy Olsen and a whole bunch of folks that were important to Superman in his very early days, right up to his first appearance in Metropolis. Last trade we've got is Batgirl, the greatest stories ever told, trade paperback from DC. Batgirl gets the greatest stories ever told. It's got a $19.99 cover price, $11.99 here at the store. Stories are written by Denny O'Neil and many others. Arts by Gil Kane, Terry Dodson, and many others. And this will collect Batgirl's 1967 debut, as well as Detective Comics 359, 396, 400, 422, 424, Batman Family 1 and 9, Legends of the DC Universe 10 through 11, Batman Chronicles 9, and many, many more. That's all this Wednesday here at the store, 40% off. And now it's time for the horse race. This week, coming in first place by the skin of its teeth is DC Comics with 21 titles. Coming in second place is Marvel Comics with 21 titles. Now you know what that means. The breakdown on those two is DC has a total of $81.79 worth of books this week. Marvel has a total of $80.79. That's right, they're a whole dollar apart. Couldn't be much closer. But the one edges out the other. Coming in third is IDW with 8 titles. Coming in fourth is Dark Horse with 6 titles. And bringing up the rear is Boom with 5 titles. I've also got 26 indie titles coming in this week. A bunch of Crap Factor books, which I don't have the numbers for right now, for a grand total of 109 comics that are shipping this week. You sit home and do the math, do the subtraction, you wind up with 109 titles and how many Crap Factor books. Now it's time to go to the Kids Corner and find out just what's shipping in kids comics for this week. And here's what's coming in this week for kids, and coming to you straight from the Kids Corner here at Alternate Reality. I've got a bunch of stuff coming in this week. Reorders, finally. I haven't had reorders for kids in the last couple of weeks, but I've got reorders this week. And coming back in this week, I've got Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers Unleashed number 2 of 4, Mad Classics number 22, Mad Magazine number 490, Mad Kids number 12, 13, and 14. All 3 issues are coming in this week. On new trade paperbacks this week. I've got 1, Disney Hero Squad Softcover Volume 3. Magazines, I've got Jughead Double Digest 166. I've got these magazines, which you will not find at other comic book stores, but you will find here at Alternate Reality. And they are Highlights High Five for the little shavers out there who maybe highlights is a little bit too fast for them. I've also got regular highlights coming in this week. Highlights for children. This is issue number 711, I believe. If you can't go to the dentist, stop down at Alternate Reality, because I've got it down here.
We can recreate the experience for you.
And, of course, I've got the life story of Justin Bieber. Ah! You know, I thought they published one of these like 6 months ago.
Well, he's lived 6 months since
He's
then.
lived 6 months, so you can catch up on the last 6 months of his fascinating
A lot
life.
of things happened to Justin Bieber in 6 months.
You know, all the things that I think he won an award in the last 6 months.
Of course he did.
He won some sort American Music Award or
picked
something.
on by a
like that.
bully and got a new haircut.
He got a new haircut and thought his fans were creepy
Right,
and
yeah.
all sorts of wonderful stuff.
Right.
And these aren't for kids. These next two aren't for kids,
Oh,
but
they
for
aren't?
moms. But for moms, we have Paintworks magazine, which if you're an artsy craftsy mom, you might want to come down to the store and pick up, or if you're just artsy craftsy period, you don't want to pick it
Yeah,
up.
you don't have to be a mom.
And Living Crafts, which is also a artsy crafty
Paint and build your own
thing
house.
that you can do. Yes, paint and build your own house. What's more crafty than that? Okay, and finally, comic books for this week. New comics for this week. Avengers versus Pet Avengers, number 3 of 4. Betty and Veronica, 251. Darkwing Duck, number 7. Donald Duck and Friends, 361. Simpsons, 173. Tick, the new series, number 7. And the book of the week this week is Mouse Guard. Black Axe, number 1 of 6. It is written and drawn by the man who's done all of them up until now, David Peterson. It's from Arcadia Entertainment. The Eisner Award-winning Mouse Guard series is returning with a 6-issue bi-monthly miniseries, and this is the third one of that they've done so far. This is set in 1115, the year 1115. This is a prequel to Mouse Guard, fall 1152, and it fulfills the promise of the wise old fur Selwyn, I believe his name is Selwyn, that he made to Liam on the day his paw first touched the black axe to tell the young warrior about the mouse who first wielded that deadly weapon. Mouse Guard, like I said, is an Eisner Award-winning comic. It won the Eisner Award for Best Kids Comic, Best All Ages Comic, for the year it was up. So you might want to check it out. It really is a good read. You know, I have Simpsons, I have Archies, I have lots of fun stuff. But if you're looking for actually a good read for your youngsters, Mouse Guard is an excellent comic book to check out. And now it's time to go back to Command Central and the Late List. And we're back from the Kids Corner. It's time for the Late List. Late List, as always, is on every single Shipshape page. I update it every week. This week I've added 48 new items to the list. There's no one single grouping of thing that I can pick out that is worth talking about individually. There's statues, there's Marvels on there, there's DCs, there's a little bit of everything on there. As I said, as always, I update the Late List pages, so they're new every week. I take off the old stuff. I add these 48 new items to it, so it's a brand new list every week as you go through it. The basket case for this week, however, we do have, and that is Kick-Ass, Volume 2, Number 3, which has been pushed, or Volume 2, I'm sorry, Number 2, not Number 3, which has been pushed back to the 29th of December, very last shipping week of the year. Why has it been pushed back? I don't know. Why don't you check out Clint Magazine? They seem to publish more Mark Millar stuff than Marvel actually does. But it's been pushed back. I assume it has something to do with Mark Millar and not the artist, because Johnny Romita Jr. has been on time for years and years and years. So talk to Mark Millar about that. Before we get out of here, last thing I want to mention is checklist. Go to the store's website. Right-click on the checklist page, and this is what should come spitting out of your printer. All 109 comics that are shipping this week. They're all 15% off, and this is your very own handy-dandy list that you can have for yourself. Isn't that delightful?
Suitable for framing.
Suitable for framing. We frame them here all the time here at Alternate Reality because we have nothing else to do. Anyway, that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. Stop off this Wednesday, 8 a.m. for new comics, and until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying bye! The December heroes of the month this month are The Men Without Fear, Black Panther, and Daredevil. All month long here at Alternate Reality, all of my Black Panther and Daredevil trade paperbacks and back issues will be 25% off all month long. All my soft covers, all my hard covers, all my essentials, all my masterworks, and of course all the back issues for both Matt Murdock's Daredevil and T'Challa's Black Panther are going to be 25% off all month long. Stop on down. You don't want to miss it. Get your fill of The Men Without Fear.